Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Last Word. You can tell we've won, haven't you? Because I'm a happy buddy. This is The Last Word. Yes, hello, everyone. I hope it's a good. So Newcastle have miraculously came away with a massive 3 points, playing with just 9 men, which is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I have to say, I can't really fault Steve Bruce. You might have seen, if any have seen scoring the players, full marks for me, and I can't really fault Steve Bruce. Maybe the personnel of substitutions only, but incredible performance. I definitely think the influence of Graham Jones has definitely helped the way Newcastle's style of football has changed. But this is the last word. We'll talk about the game in a moment. We've got a clip from Sam. Joe Willock speaks as well. We'll check on the league table. We'll also have a look at an update on the injuries, what Steve Bruce has said tonight as well. But yeah, thank you very much if you are tuning in, if you're watching the rerun as well. Evening, Thomas, how are you? Ollie says everything went wrong in the second half, but what performance to say out from the lads as well. The grit and determination from the lads, putting the bodies on the line, the four together today. You take away, you go back a few weeks ago, the Aston Villa performance when they all looked dejected, standing there on their own. Totally different a few weeks later, which is incredible as well. So, and Jody Sancaster says that Southampton have committed more fouls than us, 14, only one booked. Thought the ref was put out a day considering the conditions. Also said a daft free kicks away at Ward-Prowse punishes. Yeah, what a wonder goal that was as well. But yeah, thank you very much, Connor. Thanks for the videos again. A bit earlier finished for you guys as well. Yeah, it's just after 7:15 in the UK. I should be done by half an hour's time, and that's me done for the rest of the night, which is fab. And yeah, let's crack on with it. So we'll begin with, as ever, the opposition, which is Southampton. There's the lineup. Obviously, Minamino, who started today, obviously scored, of course, which was touched upon in the second. Redmond, Che Adams, Danny Ings. Basically, Hasenhüttl had a lot of people missing today, and just the first 11 was the strongest that he could put out. Because if you look at that bench, there's not many players that you probably know of. Jeanette Rose, obviously the most one. Ramsey, the young lad, as well, who's had a few games. Obviously Forster, the goalkeeper, but a very inexperienced bench there. But of course, you would point the finger at Mino, Che Adams, Danny Ings, Redmond, Ward-Prowse with his set pieces as well. But the two are a bit deceptive at the back, which we did touch upon in the build-up on the watch-along when I was talking to Adam about that. They can give you chances, and they definitely did. And then you looked at Newcastle's lineup, which was fantastic. See Joe Willock straight in from the lineup, which is awesome. Again, he scored, which we'll touch upon at the moment. Because of injuries, it had to be Hayden and Fabian Schar at the back. Maybe he could have squeezed in Paul Dummett if he was ready to play, but even when Paul Dummett came off the bench today, he was sensational as well. So he might be in a shout if we are going to switch it to 5 at the back a week on Monday against Chelsea potentially. Shelvey and Hendrick again in set midfield. None of the Longstaffs were on the bench. None of Jacob Murphy, which if Elliot Anderson's getting that 9th last position, question mark around the other 3, why they can't make it. Or is Elliot Anderson showing a lot more in training? I don't know. I'm speculating, but got to keep an eye on that because the 3 lads that aren't making it are all Newcastle fans. Joe Willock, as I mentioned, straight in from midfield. Miguel Almiron, who's been playing much better of late. Saint-Maximin, that was the big one, of course, as well as Willock, in from the start. Bruce hinted on early on this week that he'll start, and ESM did. Great to see him back. It means that Ryan Fraser was dropped to the bench, of course. We didn't see Fraser today because of the injuries and the way the game panned out with the red card and dropping to 9. That's understandable, not saying Fraser, so he's fresh. And of course, Callum Wilson, who ran the channel as well. But yeah, a mad first half, wasn't it? Because when we started off, the speculation on our channel was in the preview and in the build-up to the watch-along, would we play the high press? It wasn't so much as a high press because Southampton do that. Would we match them? And we didn't. It was more, let's get bodies forward. And we scored fairly on Joe Willock and his debut, which is great. ESM, a touch upon him, getting the assist, going down that byline on the left-hand side, which we all know he's great at doing. And we talk about ESM needs assists, he needs goals. He cuts it back. Joe Willock scores straight away. And we've talked about we need him with midfielders to start chipping in with goals. Is Willock the man? Is he the guy for this? Well, that remains to be seen. But a fantastic start to get in. I thought he got himself forward a lot in the first half, because really we can only really judge this game on two halves because the way it shaped out with the red card and going down, losing another man to injury. But the first half was absolutely fantastic for Joe Willock, but we don't base the game on just the halves. But yeah, a good start for him, side-footed in, unmarked. Southampton will probably look at that and think that's disappointing, because Bednarek should be doing a lot better with ESM, and obviously ESM cuts it back. But you think yourself, okay, we're 1-0 up. This is a good start. Another early goal. It was within 15 minutes. We're 1-0 up. Thinking, right, okay, didn't go and concede straight away, because we've done that against Leeds. We got an early goal. We didn't have that lead for long. But then we went 2-0 up. And again, Bednarek was poor once again. I just hope that it doesn't go down as an own goal, because we've seen it a couple of media outlets tonight that are saying it's a Bednarek own goal. Some people are saying it's Almiron. But if Almiron doesn't shot, at the end of the day, we didn't score. He's inside that 6-yard box, and that's key, 6-yard box. Even the penalty 18-yard box. We've got a lot more bodies inside that box, and a low of average will stay. You'll have more chances. It's not rocket science. And Miggy shoots, it deflects. McCarthy can't really do anything. It's too quick to react. But Newcastle are 2-0 up already, which is brilliant. That was, 25 minutes in or so that we 2-0 up, and you think, right, we can go on and enjoy ourselves. Because I actually thought, you know what, we can go and enjoy ourselves. We're playing against the Southampton side, which is struggling. Came off a 9-0 battering. The morale, the confidence will be down. And they scored fairly quickly, got a consolation back through Mino. Maybe Hayden, yes, Hayden should be doing better. Darlow should be doing better, but I have to say Isaac Hayden was sensational. Apart from that, he finishes a fantastic well. I think he'll do well for them. I think he really will, because he's not really getting the chances at Liverpool, but he whacks at the back of that. It's a great finish. Darlow maybe should be doing that better, as I say. Maybe Hayden, definitely both of them possibly, but it's 2-1. You think the sell are eating, just get it at half time. We'll take it 2-1 up. We're playing good football here. Let's get it at half time. But I think, obviously, with the injuries coming in, which I'll talk about the injuries at the end of the game rather than just stopping it at every injury, because we'll be here all night with the injuries. It reminded me when we went down to 10 men at home last season when Bruce had it. And that was that Leicester? I think it was Leicester. But anyways, perfect time to score, because at the time, Southampton were gaining a lot of confidence scoring that goal, having a lot more of the ball, and dreadful. Absolutely shocking again from Southampton. Alex McCarthy, man, what is he doing? Fantastic for us, don't get us wrong. It's a sloppy back pass. Almiron picks the ball up. He's running in the box. Ward-Prowse, as I say, pictures trying to close him down. I actually thought put a bit of power in it, Miggy, when I seen it, but it actually goes for placement. I can see by his body position there, he's gone for placement. It's a fantastic finish. That's definitely Miggy's goal. 3-1 up. Brilliant time. Absolutely brilliant time to score that goal, get that 2-goal cushion, and then you're thinking, that's it. We're going to enjoy ourselves second half again, because we've got a 2-goal advantage. So we went into half time. You're thinking, Eaton, yes, we've got with injuries, yeah, blah blah blah, all of that. But we can go and enjoy our second half. Obviously, there was a mad period in that second half, which I'm going to touch upon just in a minute. But let's see what you are saying about the performance. Miggy, playing his correct position, showed why I paid 20 million for him. Exactly. We'll have more bodies forward. And again, credit Bruce, credit also Graham Jones, because he's come in. We've seen a total different system in terms of how we're getting bodies forward. Willock was in the right place at the right time. Didn't really impress us, though. But I think that's a little bit harsh, because first half, I think he did. And the second half, we had no option because of what happened. I think a lot of bodies behind the ball as well. Lady says getting something from Chelsea and Man United. I'll be honest, Thomas, no. I think the free hits, in all honesty, I don't think our season's going to be defined on those two games. Almiron has been awarded the goal, said Adrian. Hopefully he does, and hopefully this dubious goal committee don't take it off of Miggy's goal without a doubt, says Martin. I hope so. Miggy's goal was so important to make it 3-1, obviously because we're talking about being at half-time at this moment. Willock done well in his debut, got the goal, and if I was Newcastle, sign him on a permanent deal. We need young English talent, and that should be a transfer policy that should be looked at. Now, I wouldn't judge that just a one game yet, because he might have a stinker 14, 15 games, but I get what you mean. If he keeps that up, then why not as well? And Wilson's going for a scan. Manquillo and Schar are set for long-term layoffs. Good job we recalled Lejeune and didn't sell yet, Lena, as Sam being very sarcastic. Chuffed with that. 1 point from next two would be great. And Jane Atlanta, I may be daft, but I'm feeling pretty good about us of the last 3 games. I looked past the next 2 games. I expect good things. Time will tell. Isaac Hayden deserves massive credit. Well pleased with Willock. I give Isaac Hayden a 10. I also give Miggy a 10 as well in scoring the players. And I think both of them are the 2 standout players for me. Anyways, but that's half time. That's your comment. So thank you very much. We'll read some more out a little bit later. We've also got the Discord for membership also coming in the second half of this video as well. We are aiming for 100 likes on this if you can. We've seen the other videos do well tonight. But we want to see this one because this is the main one. This is my baby. This is my video. I want to see this video hitting the likes. Come on. You know what to do. And also remember to keep your commenting. And if you are just tuning in, welcome aboard. And going into the second half, and let's crack on with it. Madness, wasn't it? Absolute crackers. The free kick was sensational. But before that, John Joe Shelby had an incredible chance. And when the ball comes back to Shelby, why isn't he hitting that with the right foot, man? Why isn't he just side footing that in the top corner? But he tries to be a bit too technique, tries to be a little bit clever. And he puts that shot wide with his left foot. But then that goal, man. What a goal it was, man. Oh, it's stunning. We talked about him in the preview. We talked about him in the watch long. We talked about him earlier on earlier in the week. We talked about him on the counters. Unbelievable free kick. What a goal that was. No problems with any of the defence there. All jumping. Maybe Fabian Schar could be a bit higher, but apart from Carl Dolo, I'm not kind of fault anybody. It was just an incredible goal and fair play. Sometimes you just have to say it yourself. You know what? Shake your hand. Aye, unbelievable. I can't put anything about that. It's just one of them. It's marvellous. And as I say, already a couple of times this week, Pep Guardiola has said that he's the best free kick taker that he's ever seen, which is high praise for that. But then came the madness from Jeff Hendrick, man. I mean, what's he thinking? He's already on a yellow card, which was harsh, the first one, but he's already on a yellow card now. And obviously you can see, because when I first seen this back, I was looking at Willock thinking, was that Willock? Obviously seen the replay back because Willock's just out of shot. Jeff Hendrick should know a lot better. He's 28, nearly 29, full international. He's already on a yellow card. There's cameras everywhere. There's VAR. You're stupid. And he has to think himself extremely lucky that Newcastle, the rest of the lads, put in the graft because he let Newcastle down today. He let the fans down because he's already on a yellow. He should know a lot better. And we would be a lot more upset, a lot more aggressive if Newcastle didn't get the 3 points, because we wouldn't really point the finger at Bruce's such night. We'd point the finger at Jeff Hendrick if it didn't go our way. So I think he's extremely, incredibly lucky that we've come away with 3 points for his benefit. But of course, the lads put in an unbelievable display going into that second half, because we had to play 40 minutes with 10 men, and then it become 9 men later on with Fabian Schar. What was Fabian Schar doing with that free kick further up the pitch? And he goes to kick it, and it looks like it's jarred his knee or something. We'll have to see when the scans come back, but the injuries are a concern. But I'll talk about the injuries in a minute, but we're down to 9 men, man. 9 men. And I honestly thought myself, we're not coming away with 3 points, yeah, like, we're not. We'll come away for a point, and that'll be a good point, considering we're 9 men. But to come away with 3 points with all the injuries and 9 men, you've got to give praise. Isaac Hayden was sensational tonight. Miguel Almiron was absolutely unbelievable. The 2 goals. I hope he gets the 2 goals. Even late in the last minute, man, 95th, 96th minute, he's winning throw-ins just to take the pressure off the defence. I thought Paul Dummett was sensational. I thought Emil Kraft, when he came on, was absolutely sensational as well, just to name a few of those lads. Loads of them put the heart and line, and everybody on this channel criticised the magnitude of the lads, the graft, after the Aston Villa performance, all looking dejected. Didn't want to play for Steve Bruce. That was telling me. I sat here a few weeks ago and said they don't want to play for the manager in the club. Totally proved me wrong. And I'm dead proud to be a Newcastle fan tonight because they showed that fight, they showed that passion and playing for the shirt. And for 9 men, sensational. Absolutely sensational. And people will be surprised what I scored. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to give any clues away, but go and check the score and the players out what I scored Steve Bruce tonight, because I can't fault him. I cannot fault Steve Bruce tonight. You might say, oh, he's brought Joe Litton on. That's aye. But in terms of what happened during the game and reacting to it and the right substitutions and the right, I wouldn't say personnel, but the right time and forced on him, on his hand as well. First half, if we played like that in the second half, you'd say mint. that's a Graham Jones effect, but also Steve Bruce has to give a lot of credit. It's hard to say that because I don't really think he's the man. In fact, actually, I rephrase that. He's not the man to take us forward, but outstanding from all the lads today. And Steve Bruce, Graham Jones, Steve Clements, Steve Harper, all the Steves, Agnews, the whole lot of them have to give credit tonight. You've got to, because the way that came in the second half, we had to put in a different type of performance. It was all about mentality. It's been switched on. It was brilliant. Both first half, second half, totally different. Absolutely sensational. Yeah, I can't fault them. Yeah, now the Ward-Prowse goal is a wonder goal. Yeah, the first goal you might pick at Hayden, pick at Darlow, but the way we played and fought for the badge, I'm definitely proud to be a Newcastle fan tonight. And it's not often I'll say I'm proud after performance and result. It's only really tonight, Everton, West Ham, and I'm struggling to name a few more as well. Let's have a look at what he's saying in the comments before we hear from Joe Willock. And Mike actually wants to sell a club, but he still has a duty to run the club. If we stay up, we do and bring a new manager in and change the transfer policies and stop bringing in players like Hendrick and others. Yeah, well, Bruce at the end of the season only has 12 months to go. So if they don't start talking, he'll be going, thankfully, hopefully. Think Hayden should be our captain. Yeah, Hayden shows fantastic leadership skills as well. And the lad showed balls and fight. I agree, Bruce was spot on, as I said in my comments before. And Joe Linton played like a solid right wing back. It was madness because we had to defend like beavers. Chris Kamara. I'm using Chris Kamara's quote quite a lot tonight because I am buzzing with the results, and it's hard to criticise the lads coming up. I hate doing it, and it's hard also to give praise to Steve Bruce because I don't like him as a manager, not as a bloke, because I didn't know him as a bloke, but brilliant. You've got to, on this channel, we praise when it's due and we criticise, and more times than not, it's criticism. And of course, obviously, injury news as well. Shane Mankier are serious ones, but the injuries affected the game massively. Wilson's obviously the big one because we're heavily reliant on him, and he is the creator and the goal scorer. 10 goals, 5 assists. I mean, that's incredible for a team sitting in the bottom regions of the Premier League, and he's the big one. Hopefully it's not serious. Obviously, Mankier, we just got rid of Yedlin, which in hindsight you might say, oh, you should have kept Yedlin, but it's easy to say that in hindsight because I was happy to see Yedlin go, I'm not going to lie, in terms of the running down his contract. And now we've got Fabian Schar out injured. Kieran Clark will be back, which is fine because he's obviously just missing because of his birth of his daughter. So congratulations. Hopefully everything's gone well with the birth, but loads of injuries, and it's concerning because we've got so many injuries at the minute. And again, it puts the performance again today sensational with all the people that are out defensively, and now we've got more coming up as well. We're a little bit bare-boned at the back. But yes, I'm very happy tonight, as you can probably tell. Yeah, it's Joe Willock, and because of copyright reasons, we can't play video.
To be honest, it was a big fight, big push from the boys. You know, we went down to 9 men, and we have to stick with it. I thought first half was brilliant, and then things like this happen, and we have to stick together as a team. I'm delighted to be here, and I'm happy to get a goal and a win for my debut. He said stick together. We have to go 2 banks of 4 and just grind it out, you know. And as soon as I come here, my first day, I could see that we're just a team, you know. We stuck together, we stuck to our guns, and we got the result we needed. I told Maxi to, when he gets past the fullback, cut it back to the edge of the box, and I'll be there, you know. And that's exactly what he did, and I was there to finish it. I'm delighted, and I can't wait to get more. Yeah, that's my game, you know. And the boss told me get in the box and score goals, you know. Have fun and do your engine that you have, and just score goals. So I'm happy to do that. To be honest with you, I'm taking it game by game, you know. I said before, when I came here, I want to help get the team where it should be, you know, in the table. That's in the middle half of the pack, and that's what we're striving to get to.
So that was Joe Willock a little bit earlier on, speaking about his first game as a Newcastle United player, which is great. And he seemed very happy and very smiley. It's easy said that when we've came on win, but he'll be buzzing on. He's playing Premier League football as well. We're going to hear from Sam shortly as well. But an interesting comment came through. Is there any of the under-23 lads that you can bring in? Really, you're probably looking at, if someone was to sit on the bench, is Ludwig Franzlet. He's really the main option because I think he's more further developed than, for example, Isaac McEntee, who's his partner in the under-23s. But for me, I would probably have Franzlet if you were going to call up the under-23s just as cover. You do have Emil Krath, but he's going to have to play right back now. But then if we play 5 at the back, you could also have Murphy right wing back, Krath, Dummett, Clark, Hayden could all play centre back, Lewis left wing back. So what I will say that there's alternatives is the best way I'll use that. But before we have him share, because I've got Fabian Schar in the brain. Before we hear from Sam, what we're going to do is just check up on a couple of things in the. Let's have a look at the league table, shall we? Let's have a look at the league table because Fulham have just literally finished their game at the moment. So this is where currently Newcastle stand. Right now, obviously, there is a lot of games over the Premier League, but Newcastle have moved up one position in the table, and it's mad. I think we're only a point behind Wolves, isn't it? It's madness that, even though Wolves picked up a couple of results of late. But Fulham are now 10 points behind us. Yes, they've got a game in hand, but we're just looking at Fulham. That's a good gap now at the moment. The last 2 wins and 3 have pulled Newcastle away from the relegation zone. It's not over and done with as of yet. But we have to just keep an eye on it still. I think I'm more confident that we are going to stay up. But we'll keep an eye on that with the results as my camera has just went flying, as my cat has just knocked it, as you can probably see on the left of your screen, which I'll fix that in a second. But what we'll do, since I need to fix the camera, thanks, Kat. This is what happens when you're live. Here is Sam's thoughts on the game.
Thank you, Mr. Lawler. Whew. Well, after just getting my breath back after that game, our squad's getting more and more depleted now. The defence is falling apart. Obviously, Manquillo going off injured. Lewis was reportedly unfit. Dummett's still not fully there. Lascelles, Fernandez still a few weeks away. Kieran Clark should be back, hopefully, but now Fabian Schar off as well. We're really struggling. It's madness. The midfield as well now with Hendrick suspended, which some would say isn't a bad thing. Could have cost us the game quite easily. In the space of 2 minutes, Shelvey's missed that sitter. He didn't have a great game today. Ward-Prowse scores that worldie of a free kick, and then Hendrick gets sent off. Silly, stupid. No Longstaff on the bench at all. Something's not right there. It's a win. It's 3 points, which, makes us and gives us a nice cushion still. An even greater cushion from Fulham, obviously still with their games in hand. That second half performance, the way we battled on with 9 men, it is the thing. Them things make you feel proud. Bodies on the line, your Dummets, your Haydens, absolute warriors. Miguel Almiron, wow. Was everywhere, did it all. But yeah, them kind of performances, that's what we want to see, that's what we love. Them's what make you feel proud, and playing for the badge, it was great to see. Real stout, resolute performance, because all of us were dreading it. We all thought we would bugger it up completely, but we didn't. We held on. The points are ours. We roll on now. 2 more tricky games to come. As tonight goes, it's just time to get that feel-good factor back, and that winning feeling is all that matters. So the points are ours. It's a good weekend. Newcastle have won, so all is right with the world for tonight, at least.
Yes, camera fixed. Thanks, Kat. Yes, as Jane Atlanta has spotted, Cats make the camera go flying. That's what happens when you're live. These things can happen. It's a good job I've got a backup plan when these things happen. But yes, that was Sam. Thank you very much for that. And you would have seen the banner. We are aiming for over 100 likes. I think that's achievable today. Maybe more. Let's be generous. But that was Sam's thoughts on the game. We're going to go back once again to this the share screen facility. I had the Premier League table open here. But we're going to just take a look at what Bruce and so on has been saying. So Steve Bruce said today after the game, after Isaac Hayden's performance, when he was a kid at Arsenal, he played centre-back there. I remember when I took him to Hull, my chief scout thought that his best position was centre-back. And when he produces performances like that, you can see why it's good to have. Obviously, I've rated Isaac Hayden a huge 10 out of 10 today. This was about the injuries. Bruce has said it's a disappointing thing for me. It looks like we've picked up an awful injury with Manquillo, so that sounds serious. Fabian Schar looks like he's got a bad knee injury, and Callum Wilson now has a hamstring injury as well. So all three aren't going to play against Chelsea. I know it's a week on Monday, but it is a bit worrying about that. The resilience of the team and the effort and the commitment was terrific. The one thing you want to see is them putting the bodies in the way, which they did do tonight. I've mentioned that a few times. The blocks they got in, and the challenges they made. I couldn't be more pleased as well. And Dwight Gale has taken obviously a Twitter himself, just saying there's a lot of reactions. Of course, we can't play these because I know what the club are like. They might hit us with a copyright, so I'm not going to risk that. Obviously, Dwight Gale said big character. He's praising Miggy. Alan Saint-Maximin is getting the last laugh on this because pundits have mispronounced Alan Saint-Maximin, called him Saint Maximus tonight. So obviously Alan Saint-Maximin has changed his name and gone along with the banter. I like that. That's what I love about ASM. He can take it and give it back as well and give stick back. Well, that's brilliant. Saint-Maximin taking the mickey a little bit, which is fab. We'll also have a look at our Discord, which is available for members only. This is a membership program that we have where it's in the join button underneath. If you want to join our membership, it starts $1.99 is the basic, $4.99 is the premium where you get all of it. Those are the two membership programs. We don't just what we don't do on this channel is we don't just have a membership program. That's it, because we see it on other channels where you have members. We actually do stuff for members. We do stuff behind the scenes. Our thoughts on certain things, plans as well. We've also got this, which is a great idea by Brandon. But Fade 6, which is Jay says, so proud of the lads winning ugly today. Plenty of reasons we could have lost, but we won. Brilliant 3 points. Frankie NF 40, great win considering the red card, injuries, etc. Before last week, we would probably have folded due to all of that, but they dug in, sorted out, get in there as well. And of course, we've got a general chit chat as well. We've got all sorts going on. This has grown. I'm really excited about this as well. And you can see a few comments about shove the persona panel up the arse and all of this, and talking general chit chat about life and Mickey taking and football, and it's good. So if you want to come over us, and Jay wanted to know what we're called shops and corners, I call it off license or corner shop. So yeah, just a bit of fun if you want to get involved in that. That is our membership program. But that is it, to be honest with you, everybody. Just read out some of your comments before we wrap up. On a day where the Toon have won, brilliant, 3-2. And Jody Sankasa says our attacking has came on so much. We have enough up front to cause problems for any team. It just plays them in the right position. Who would have thought it? Hopefully Wilson's all right, but I think he's going to be missing. From Arsenal, would you buy Willock? Not yet. No, I think he's still great that he's got the performance. You need to do more for the rest of the season. I'm not judging at one game. What a result. No Hendrick for the next game. Are you saying about Hendrick not being available as the result? What a result. I'm just teasing. But yeah, it's great. Jeff Hendrick is not available because he's not great. Everybody watching, hit the like button. It's the last Lee deserves for all the work behind the scenes. Mine, Brandon, is still my favourite. Wing face, laugh, laugh, laugh. Yes, I do a lot of graph behind the scene. Thank you very much for that. Hayley, what a game, what a win. My English rugby team, haha. F Ashley's team. Dubravka surely has to come back to the starting lineup. And thanks, lad, for all the hard work on the channel today. Great win. Be happy. Big up. Why you're ending? Because we're coming towards the end of our coverage. Got to be proud of Miggy, says Andrew. And Wilson's done his hamstring, says Stuart. Yes, Steve Bruce has said that he's done his hamstring as well. And if you are watching, hit the like button. We will have some more videos for you. Obviously, there isn't a game, but that doesn't stop us making vids. There isn't a game for about 9 days now. Is that right? 8 days. 9 days. Yeah, week on Monday. That's 9 days. How late? It's only 7:45. 9 days time, but we've still got loads more videos coming up, and also the members have loads more videos coming shortly as well. That's it. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I certainly